Well, here we go again with paint. This firewall was not the best. I had some overspray on it. Anyway, I kind of sanded all this blue out. I don't have any more blue paint. And I'm going to try to fix this up with clear. I just about fell into the trap again of sanding it all smooth. But I restrained myself. I did spend quite a bit of time on this, probably over an hour. But I got the firewall cleaned up good, and a few of the little runs taken out of it. Some are still in it, but it should be alright. I've got the rest of the car masked off there, so I shouldn't be getting any overspray on it. I start taking my fenders off here. That one out there without the cover on it, that was clear. I've got quite a bit of little errors in it that the clear just wouldn't go on and cover, and it took a lot of paint. So I'm going to try to mix up some clear here for this firewall, and hopefully I'll have enough to, well, I'll try to adjust it till I got enough to do these fenders. I may have to buy some more paint. I've got some polyurethane. I don't really want to use that. I'd rather use the acrylic enamel clear. Anyway, I'll mix them up and give this a spray and see what kind of results we get. Well, here's my final paint. I say final because I don't have any more. I cleared this thing. First coat was real good, but then I got some dirt in it, and I got a big run right there. But the fender itself is real good. I got plenty of clear. That run there is probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches long. Pretty big one. But it's in the clear, so I'm not going to have to worry about the paint. The front looks real good. All this back looks good. This one here, I got a lot of clear on it. I had it up here on this stupid thing and it fell over, so I got a scratch in it right here. But again, it's got a lot of clear on it. And I pulled these back fenders out of their protective sheath and shot them both with clear. They turned out real nice. No dirt, no anything. I pulled this hood off of here. But these rear fenders look real good. So I'm out of clear and out of paint. I still have a little red and just a tiny bit blue. But I've got everything on here that's going to get on here. I just have to clean my guns up now. And I sprayed this, and it looked pretty good. I had a little bit left in the gun, and I started spraying it on the firewall here. It didn't. It was pretty shiny, and then I got about halfway around on it before I run out of paint. But I do have some polyurethane clear, and I may just shoot a little bit of that polyurethane on there and try to get my final attempt at getting something glossy in there. I don't know if it's a good idea to put polyurethane on it before this acrylic enamel is hard. But the frame over here looks pretty good. All this is good. Oh man, I forgot to clear coat my cowl vent. I lost one. It's around here somewhere, but I never got it painted blue, and that's why I was saving enough of that blue in there. I got just about a quarter of a small gun. Hopefully that'll be enough to paint my cowl vent with blue. And of course all I got to do is get a good color on it and then clear coat it. So I started cleaning up this motor and wiping it down with a rag. I kind of masked it off there. So basically what I got to do now, I've got some this Rust-Oleum semi-gloss black, and that's what I'm going to do the whole frame with. I don't know if I got any brushes or whether I ought to try to spray that or what. I've got a little lacquer thinner, some reducer and other stuff. Boy, this clear really hardens up good. You can see it's already hardened in the cup there almost. I'll just drain that out, let it harden. Good thing I got me a bunch of filters. I probably got about 10 or so left. So anyway, my little paint bench, it's a mess. That was the one thing that held my paint good, was my welder, and so of course I got paint all over it. But anyway, for the most part this paint is done. Everything that's going on it got clear coated except for the running boards. But they're good red paint. I still have a, half a quart of that other clear, so I may use it. I'm gonna try to start putting this thing together now, and first thing is just to get the frame painted and cleaned up and all this stuff, because once I do that, I start putting on the fenders. And I'm not going to be wanting to take anything off and paint under it. So, clean up the motor in the front end here, and see if I can paint this black on here with a brush probably. Well, I'm starting to put it back together. I got some stuff. I dropped this fender. Got a chip in it there, scratch here. Got a few dents in it. But the hood looks good. Colors look good. This is just basically sitting here. I've got my splash panel. Fenders kind of bolted on. Tailpiece is on. Looks pretty good. A lot of glossy stuff. I gotta paint this frame, clean up that motor. This stuff is just basically sitting here right now, except for the rear fender. It's got most of the bolts in it, but I'm gonna have to do a little fooling around with the paint. Clear coat, I can fix this, and little here and there. This fender turned out pretty nice. I haven't dropped it yet. Hood turned out real nice. Cowl turned out nice. I gotta pull that hood off there again and bolt everything up, but kind of see what it looks like. Long, low, and mean. So we'll just press on with the next thing. I started working on this windshield. It fit pretty tight before I put all this paint in it. So I had this one corner here I had to grind down a little, and it looks like I've still kind of chewed it up a little, chewed the paint up. But the main problem is I got like a 1/4 inch gap all the way across there. I've drilled the inside bolt holes, made them a little bigger. These fit good before, but I've got it fitting real tight here on the frame, except for this big hole here in the bottom. So I've got that frame stuff. You can see there kind of where I ground this corner off. I had designed it to put about like 3 or 4 bolts in the cowl, in the windshield frame, to hold it down to the cowl, but I don't think that's going to work. I'll have to drill more holes, and that windshield's glued in, so it ain't going to do nothing but bend the cowl. So this is good enough. I had to tap it just a little with a hammer, but I'll get my 4 bolts in it, and if I use a little glue on it, I should be able to make that weatherproof. So I'll pull this thing out of here. It's fitting in good and tight, and I can see from the reflection there in the mirror, or well, the window has a mirror. I can see the stuff outside. It's all straight, nothing's bent or anything, so the optics are good enough on the window. And I tried to work on these valve covers. Yeah, they were kind of scratched up, so I repainted them. And what I've done, I tried to put some of that metal flake that I put on the dash on them. Different kinds of paint. It looks all right. Definitely got metal flake, but I've got it lumpy and colored and don't look so good. I'll probably just sand those again and paint them again. At least I'll have a good hard clear coat. Anyway, that didn't work out too good, but did kind of make it. I've got the headlight buckets here. They're just Rust-Oleum flat black. I need to do something about that. I was gonna think about painting them red with a metal flake, but I ain't gonna mess that metal flake no more. I don't really have enough clear to do it anyway. So I found my rubber. I ordered that for the other car, for the Dodge. But that's gonna make the running boards look pretty good. At least I can step on it without scratching it. And my cowl lights went on. I got them all done. Got everything on the firewall all bolted up and level. So I'll press on and see if I can get that windshield finished. Well, I took some of this butyl rubber. It's pretty sticky. And I put 2 beads across the bottom of this. And I've got some Windex here. And I've got to put it on top of this dash, and I know this rubber is going to stick as soon as it touches it. So what I'm hoping, if I can get in here. Anyway, what I'm hoping is I can, this is about 1/4 of an inch gap here. I've hopefully got a little more than that. I'm going to spray this with Windex, and I'm going to spray the rubber real good with Windex. So hopefully everything will be slick and I'll be able to at least move it around just a little bit. And because I've got to force it in. And it's so sticky I don't think it's going to move. Anyway, we'll give it a try and see what. Well, there's the window. This rubber that I put in here, I've got just a little sticking out. It's probably missing a little right here and about 1.5 feet, but it's all just a little bead coming out on the bottom over there. I've got a 1/16 of an inch here. That little place here in the corner I repainted, worked good. Everything's good in there. There's one place where one of the brackets scraped the paint, but it went in real good. I just noticed I got to run there in the clear. I'm gonna redo these doors, I think. This one here's, I just need to redo the clear, and I should do them one at a time, so I'm not trying to do the whole car, and I use a different kind of. Well, I did my headlights. Can't really see them here. See if I can get it from the other side. They were black and spray can painted. Yeah, it's kind of dark, but they're real nice now. Look just like the fenders. And I took these valve covers, and they were all, the metal flake was bad on them, but I don't know if you can see here, I got it on real good now, and plenty of clear. I did get a little run right here, but both valve covers are real shiny. You can see how glossy they are, that'll perk it up quite a bit. That last metal flake I did on these, I messed up. I got it all blotchy and everything else, but this time I spent quite a bit of time on it. Got them good. It got a little carried away there on that last few coats of clear, but a lot of that'll go away, and that's going to be up on the inside part of the motor up near. You won't see it. The outside are both good. So anyway, all I've got now to do is put in the steering shaft. I repainted it. It had some chips and nicks in it. So that's all good, glossy. All I got to do is put in my bearing. A little wiring down there for the brakes on the brake lights. And basically all I got to do is put in the steering, paint the front part of this frame, remount this radiator again, put my hood on. I think I've got one bolt hole I need to drill in it here, and I got the windows cleaned up. Turned out that a Bondo squeegee works pretty good at cleaning them up. They're kind of hard, but you soak them good with soapy water, and it will come off. So basically I've got to just clean this frame up, mount the radiator and hood, and do these fenders and running board. A little bit of wiring on the dash. I got it in. I got some bolts that I got to put in it. My back was killing me, and I got to lay down in this mess and try to get it. So anyway, pressing on, just reassembly. Well, hello YouTube. I got these valve covers all done, and they look great. I had to redo them. I did them twice. Every mistake I made on this thing is I was trying to rush something. I've got my floorboards here. I'm going to do those. I'll show you what I'm doing on the other side. I started working here on this back fender and splash shield and running board. I cleaned up and repainted my frame right here. My little blue shields that went on it real good. This door, I'm going to have to re-clear it. I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy some more clear paint. This valve cover here looks real good. Yeah, that was just a little bit of bling that this old dirty motor needed. But what I'm doing with these fenders, I don't know if you can see right there's a little piece of rubber. You can see it laying there. It's about a 1/2 inch wide. You can see it in there. And I just put this in here. I didn't do it on the other side. I bought that for that very reason. But I didn't do it on the other side. I was just trying to get it mocked up. But I put that rubber in there, and it's going to keep the two paints from touching each other. And if there's any squeaks, that'll help the squeaks. And it's just better to have your fenders with a little thin coat of rubber mounting them, and you won't be able to see it. If you do, it'll look good. It'll look like a little thin piece of rubber. And so I'm gonna have to take the other fender at least loose to get it off. If I put it in right up against the edge of the bolt, it sticks out a little too far. So I got it lined up right at the edge of the fender or tailpiece, and I clamped that all down and get all this running board in today, and hopefully the front fender. Well, I'm getting this thing put together. I've got the running boards on, and my rubber's cut. This one's good and solid. Got a pretty good balance in the car here. I metal flake these, they look good. My little air cleaner came today, so I was able to cover it up. I got a big run right there in the clear. Getting down here, laying on my back, looking at this door. I've got a pretty good run up in here, and it's dry down in the bottom, and the very bottom of this door sill here, I gotta squirt that from the bottom, but the side plate's on, splash shield, it's all real good. Fender's in, bolted solid. There's a lot of bolts in here. There's probably 10 or 11. There's another 6 in the running board itself. Probably 10 or 15 in this fender. This was one I hadn't completely done. You can see all the little tools and stuff here that I was putting it in with. And I still got this one door. I put it somewhere where I wouldn't lose it. But of course I lost it. But the car's coming along good. I got the front window cleaned, the side window cleaned. This door here, I probably need to re-clear it too. But all the splash shields are on, bolts are on. I've got 2 brackets here, 2 90-degree brackets that hold the front of the cowl down. They're in this mess somewhere. I can't find them. But everything's all good. I need to put a little clear right here on this. I was gonna open the trunk and do that, but I'll just mark all this stuff. The inside of the drip rails are all good. I just got too tired, too many pieces for painting, and just forced myself, and I got some runs. But all these runs are in the clear. I need to work on the bottom of this door, and I might have a few places here in it. But I've got this paper pretty much off the inside. I've got the dash in. I now I need to bolt it solid, put my gas gauge and all my light switch, and bolt my steering wheel and up, and some wires. I've got the wires here for the headlights. They're all laid out. I painted the headlights themselves. I looked everywhere for my little bars for the headlights. Finally found them. I still haven't found the crossbar I made there, but I have to put that on, get the lights on. First thing is to mount the grill, radiator, get it all good and solid. I've got it pretty much where it all needs to go except for the cooler, and clean up everything. It looks bad right now because it's got dust all over it, but car's coming along. I'll upload this little video for you guys. I appreciate you watching it. And notice a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, and I appreciate all the subscribers and appreciate you coming back, and I hope you enjoy this project as much as I have. I say enjoyed it. It's been a lot of work, but now it's coming together and it's looking good. Boy, it's really low. I mean, it just looks so low. But we'll have it running and driving here in another week or so, and I'll be able to get plates on it. I've got all the paperwork and stuff, so we'll have a completed project up to show you. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later. I'm going to attempt to put these rubbers on here. I decided I'd cut that piece that's sticking up in there, and I have a little, about a 1-inch piece here that doesn't get covered. What I tried, this does pretty good. I use it sometimes for upholstery and stuff, just spray adhesive, and it's pretty strong. I may have to take this off and use something else like that yellow Gorilla Snot. That'll really hold it, but that stuff eats the paint off. So I've got this sprayed both sides now, and I'm gonna attempt to see what happens here when it's stuck down really good. For sure that will come off. If I have to, I'll put a little metal plate across it here. But I tried to move it a little, and it was stuck. I was able to get it up, but I'm sure that's going to be plenty strong. Now I can go back here to this edge and cut this where I need it, and then I can just work my glue from that end down to here, and glue that on, and I'll be good to go with this running board. Well, that turned out pretty good. I think the best thing is to cut it outside where it's flat, though. I've got kind of a ragged edge there. But it's all clamped down and glued good, and looks pretty decent. starting to look like a car. You know, this area right here, I like that. That turned out real good. Where that little splash shield fits in there. You can see that the cab got moved back and up an inch. But the running board looks good. Fits fender good. I had made the metal pretty much match before, so once I got it together, it was pretty close. Anyway, one running board's on, and now I can cut the other one. I'll put it on a board, and I can see how to glue it on. Glue's gonna work just fine.